Okay, abusia maame a oda screen so yi ono na ye ba be di ne ho enkomo ye frɛ no maame Cecilia Dapaa former NPP MP Bantama constituency abusia ono nso na former minister of sanitation aviation na works and housing na water resources na ono na former minister abusia sa maame we na oye say NPP MP stands for minister ne ministries ni na ye abrem no abusuya maami we ye ba eba be breaking no news e de maamo na say ye ba be set judges ni a fast track ne prosecution ne money laundering sika tutri dia ye kokohu no wo ne dem na ene okwa face trials Cecilia no president Mahama ono no o say oba be hold this NPP for you accountable say accountability no adwuma eni kwan se yetena ho ema Cecilia Dapaa ono no onenam ho just like that so oba na oba be yin nsema no Cecilia maame a ye friend Cecilia Dapaa okwa face trials enye asem keto akra Ivan Chi de ensem bi tudwa afa ho a o chese say president Mahama sha ase de etrimoden ebu amamu na maame a ye friend Cecilia Dapaa no etese ye bo sika sem ho dawura ye chese o dollar egu dem afa kogu bank ni ade maame no wanti o all because of say na Akuffo Addo ono na eti so ntino na etese ye protect no tisi ano president Mahama mama mi akwa face try mama yanko na yanko tin se bia Ivan Chi editu ja unsubscribe ya subscribe like na share ma afofron so ensa into me enka bi Ghana Politics Avenue so and don't forget to click on the notification bell so na be any update be drop bia no wonsa ebetumi akabi medamase
to spell out consequences. Sabaya nipa be husa ade o mekoya ehun sunsanso nie na yanya ne aguma. So this is the starting point. Na attorney general ni nkrofo to be aggressive. No mo make sure say me say ade ba kwa Ghana for dinner so to abaye prosecution o.
That's right.
Apart from 1 year no the obaye bi amfo bi aho. The prosecution no must be swift. Menka say kwa wichanti obi nyamfa sika jano. Cecilia Dapaa enko ase walking around. Nisika no baby onya no they need to explain. Ko obia who hold public trust. We need billions of dollars the sham pass at the time or minor na ye minister announcement say sramo wa foreign currency bia fabra.
Titi gagaufo.
Yes. Na o minister were over millions of dollars and pass it.
But emumpa nyamia GM Ivan.
Enti emre we na se wudi etimodin bu oman no ma manfo hu say this era is going to be designated as a dark era in our political era, the Akuffo Addo era. Okaso prosecute obia there is no single person obesoreti out.
Oh, that's right.
Me say Mahama da sore ne no so the Akuffo Addo appointees be bokan I'm telling you say Ghana for be gina kwan ho ache him
abonsem.
Yes.
And no one say wuntumi. First time members of parliament quarter na fam and oze say ne nkwa na namu ani na dwuma ye fon kakran
omokura adwumefan kro ombebre
wa twenchen
omokọ court 1 2 3 ombebre Alaska because winimnya and am catch say first no na young people edi amanfo achi blindly but catch say Akroma nipa no moye politics especially people from 50 60 years adwobone we mutim they are very dangerous and greedy.
Oh, that's right.
They don't think about anybody, it's about themselves. 92.3 first day nipa be second day. Now this is a guy politics no oye no ono anya sika to lo zero scam mako 15 guni dem onya sika no because of MPP ba power.
That's right.
Now wona wudi atie ye osono ni bicycle kura wonni bi adwuma kura wonni bi
oya dai
osono no na kwabrane ono because oya regional chairman no wato lo zero scam no turn back Alaska. Do you know how many young people
enye sika ketwa?
Yes, and the winning nyansa abedi sa nipa nachi. You follow people who don't care about you. They don't even realize how we nipa bi. We are boy bi kura man.
Do you know?
So it's about them.
Do you know say even kura pe a yoko ani ne ko on running crew of kura na add information no call you.
Yes.
Oh yes, na the way wa ha. Na the way wa ha. That's right.
Sa wuntumi ne ma order de enye ono nko about 80% of Kenyan politicians and that is how they are.
That's right.
It's always they're very selfish, very greedy. It's about them. And that otu be bie no. Na be unse san nipa no mudi wachi no munya jimi fo.
That's right.
Na hwe na no mo hwe wo. That is the reason why court ro sha se so okwa be do bi ono nkwa na be ko. Obi akora ni wachi. Alaska because we know sika no when they talk cars akese egu fie Rolls Royce Lamborghini ni na se for no ha do no say na betimi atwi
cars cry I was say yedima maslog yedima one more mukita buda
yes
sa cars ni nyina so wa park wo fie
yes 1990 no na Ghana young Ghanaian na ntie nti ohun a honorable oh yes sir but ene no ehun say Ghana no san Ghana ni enyina de na enkrofo bi chedi wunya ese menya bi wunya ese o ma me bi but onya o ma
that's right
obeto Rolls Royce the cars akese asesa ne mark go aburochire chese sika no de wanim or the sika basoma man de akoma ne girlfriend na ekomede o
that's right
yes am kwase ne man na ekoso and ade ba kwa ye mabufu a me pese mahu ne sa obi birthday so na me kwa kwa ye donation na munim achi sa ankwase asem no Alaska nipa no mudi na chi omo so ne ma no omo ye hiafo ekomede omo de omo di kro omo nya na wasesa wadi wachi na wo so ye friends say drink na so for say ye kwa ya do ye when wo nkasa wo rent kra wo ntimi ntua na onu udi na chi abo ni chi dom na wo the camera di na chi just for a show orphanage home donation nipa no mudi wachi no they are more than orphans nipa no mudi wachi omo ye honorable they are more than orphans but they don't care that's how selfish and greedy some of these people are and the Alaska when the day comes you will be there alone and make no mistake and think say a young Ghanaian is a fool. Trust me, on my word. You see, there are certain people, they are full of themselves. You just watch them, you play along and let them do whatever they do. What I say? Politics now, and that is not how it's supposed to be. Me say when you have power, you use that particular power to build people up. You don't focus on yourself. At the end of the day, obi aka obi nkwano sa da tie
aka menko
nti emeduru ho ma obi mes nja ne tama oye ono hiani no proud of ni hia o
obi message tie Ivan thinks a very big mining company be a follow show no na tie o say our mines no so you 5 minutes later you log you out 5 days absence without permission dismissal. Too many reporting to hospital, a question and possibly dismissed.
Yes. Yes. But Ghana no new be adie. No be mama die, no be papa die.
Free for all.
Yes. And obi and supervisor obi and nipa no supervisor no be. Nti hwan a teacher for mo ye supervisors no. Obi timi ko school be a ton sama no ma o. Kwan fa so free school ko hu ni bi.
Me say Ivan me kwa kira ade wo village bi. Na secretary supervisor na ba. A teacher for the headmaster said to me, "You know my pension for a kama."
Yeah.
Now you are quite shiano in Suneja. And he, no, no, Casecriano, a cabrodini upon chin when you're there.
At the amano.
It's on mampo on my
bed. So, no, so be unchecking. I don't know why I check. I don't know your supervisor. When is supervisor? No. The system is very weak, structurally uncoordinated. Obia yet your pay. Baby obi me say Ghana ha what hana kasa obo kro no a obo afa ho adi ko system nan kasa nim nyansa system na esi ho no
system
there are a lot of back doors ndi obo kro no ne ye chi nyansa na wunni ko there are a lot of back doors a obetimi aye
and there say obo kro no ne ye chi wa there is a wonna
that is why
the system no enim nyansa
dabi the system is blind structured to be blind and where people see they are corrupt to the stand say no afa no so change the whole fa no. And what is the motivation to come up with
Obi to because me talk few
Nanko obi adi bonni a yamfa na court no judge timi kwaje aponchen na we ni waja no obi a yade ni pashe brasha wonsa waje aponchen obi so me ma girlfriend na enu nti no waje no case ni wato agu ni ama akoso okroma bi ni so Alaska for me I think say
right
let us spell out the punitive consequences and that will scare people
na bokode Ivan Ghana to say.
Yeah. Everybody say that is the most important thing. And I think on the spaces so there they are quite echo. And I think I'm happy about the renewed effort to prosecute individuals.
Akuffo FM 92.3.
That's right.
That is what you rightly said because Makamba be say Nyansa be a dim say yabetana se na amamfo I am misappropriate state fund. Na official na yasesa gubu kum ni abakan akire Ghana.
That's right.
Say yenya dan. It doesn't make sense and this is the mistake we've been repeating since Akuffo time up to now. Afi bia auditor general report over. But you see, and idea report say by a bar for us to take corrective measures. Some subsequent years, NC, and I say a secrana, a back form to the way by idea that they go and look at the Auditor General report. Sikana, a woman, a Phoebe and Unicosro. It means we are not growing and we are nurturing this culture. Emma for a committee, this kind of a plunder in the name of party politics, they get away with it. So if the president can come up with swift measures a bit more buoyant to handle situation like this, I think it's a call. And then on Galamsey too, there has been some renewed effort, and now two and you say not most in other ways.
That's right.
More operations and as for I have also suggested the best approach is to prosecute individuals who are involved in some of these things. And I think over the weekends you won't to me or Koba and when you bail, I think the court will never shall see a coso. I think you see, Alaska state, my culture say you cannot show weakness. Because the very moment you begin showing weakness, that is your end. And that is what we must not do as a country. So the best way you bet me go about some of these things and say you better spell out the rules in these things. And I think that is exactly what is happening.
Right. So what that was Ivan Che Innocent. Now Yansha Chef quick one. And want to me asem and let's look at Galamsey and the approach of the government. Just last week, and the president NECS with ACIA. And everyone was say Kwakuba, your friend, Ababontia say, we hear the extent of damage. A company, a friend of quantum mining, I was say abano the punitive measures, a more ding at the massage company. Niam punishing serve as a deterrent. At the Jew side with him.
Alaska, a quantum mining issues now. A buy ye be and I can't want them.
That's right.
One of the people who blowed the fence saying, I don't know, man, 40 years.
Very well.
And at some point in time, you
FM 92.3.
And he has been a critical voice. To be very honest with you, you may disagree with his politics and whatever that he says. But on this particular matter, I can tell you on authority that he's one of the persons that blew the lead on this quantum mining in the forest. Then as a foreign money by year back and forth at the time, now President Akuffo was president. The message was that the president should take corrective measures as at the time to ensure say stop it, the distraction that wound to meaning in for were causing in the forest. President turned a blind eye to and went to the extent of absolving the gentleman of any wrongdoing without any investigation. Akuffo a single investigation to arrive at a conclusion say a quantum mining and involved in Galamsey. Not just Galamsey keke. A forest reserve or Timu say Nema. Enti Kwakuba from the onset. And for me, I keep telling people say the best approach in handling some of this situation and say we all out after these individuals. And to back there was a time and I discussing about Mahama about this Galamsey.
That's right.
I'm a catcher, so you see, in order to tell the people so you are really serious about this particular fight and you want to take it to a different level, no, you should start by prosecuting individuals whose involvement in the past, have brought us where we are today.
Exactly.
Because water level from 0 to 500 may rise to 6,000 to 12,000. It's a crime that has been committed. The consequences has been suffered already. So these individuals cannot be left off the hook. Confirm from Pom Watson report, and begin with it and tell people, say, yes, I said I'll fight Galamsey and I am going all out. So you begin by prosecuting these individuals. You do so in tandem with Nema also to solve the problem. And for me, that is a good start. So to me, I have listened to a lot of people who want to do politics with this whole thing and says, oh, you're political witch hunting. I keep telling people, say, the NDC will be very stupid to engage political witch hunting. And the choice of individual they will go after is good to me. No serious political strategist
will do that.
Will do that because besides the political value. What I say? So witch hunting is totally out of the way. The matter is that even when his government was in power, the evidence were quite abound. People within his own party, including their own friends, including Kwakuba, were saying, say, the gentleman has invaded the forest, and indeed, over 288 forest reserve na yewono almost 49 were entered into. 9 was completely
destroyed,
taken by these people.
Akuffo FM
And the footprints
92.3.
are quite obvious. Professor Frimpong Watson Amaye and a painstaking investigation report what the others of the names in the what's our report no a bit parliament and no shambra.
That's right.
A bit your friend say just say do na fa omwadi.
They are in existence.
A bit so ewa ban. And these are individuals that you go after them and punish your more. Then people will attack some seriously. Government here Galamsey over the years. Minyan who high profile individual be a jail for 5 years for Galamsey. Minyan who be a jail 10 years because I Galamsey. So beside say I dear Ben now has scam man for to do Galamsey. After what is the worst that can happen?
That's
You
right.
understand? So I think that government prosecuting these individuals, including Wontumi and Kono, should be the starting point. And I am saying, sir, it must not end with Wontumi. Or the Frimpong Watson report is sitting there, Akuffo, and several other individuals. That is the starting point. Then government should go ahead to adopt extra harsh measures. I've listened to a lot of people who say not Moscow Muram, ya kochiche mranti, and ya shares kabe, ya share your friends say chamfine, and I say for Alaska, so I didn't say Rollins the pencil.
I just started to say
that has been Addo. So the question is, what is it that you're doing differently this time around? And that is where you go after the amount for now. Or more behind the scenes, or more give you fund to finance some of these things. First one, my culture say, UTC Chrome Cecilia, and also call Galamsey site her. Every single land the beer who be our owner. And your hand the individual idiot.
That's right.
And this obi ya Galamsey assassin obi there. So as a okwachena na se nipa na dwana free so kra na first of all you ask yourself say who owns the land? Why do you na register land no? Ebi na piaba Alaska the don asase. What does a winnimo?
You must answer.
Land because your property. You have a responsibility to ensure say that particular land no is safeguarded. And it's a 1 year you become criminally liable. And as a Wilson, I would demand that even makes it worse.
I'm not cutting short. Just 3 days ago, call Fanti Aqua South. Papa be to me, Nifia, we see no what don't have the Magalam says. This you know, Aqua Chino.
Exactly.
Yeah, Namanusuma to me achi.
Exactly. So, why would the land in Emano? And your Cassia Shas Animanasia, may say Ahimfu Bebreko prison Akroma say.
Ahimfu.
Oh, yes, if you go to the mining district, because land no more the mama for Ahimfu Nadiamo. And this land have owners. So the radical measures government can adopt in Alaska. Yaba a hoto FM asasi we so I find yet. Find a dema Galamsey ni obi tu yabeti wa utu no achi asasi ura.
That's right.
We are confiscate asasi no are transforming into a state land. So it is no, you lose it forever.
Okay.
These are aggressive measures we take here. We a landowner. Now say you go to land more be so fun to Galamsey yeah land na through some ya prosecute too. Don't you think people it will scare people?
No, so it will make the way no very uncomfortable.
Exactly. Again, the financiers, my catchers are financiers and they've been your MPs, they've been your ministers, they've been your top politicians, they've been your him from Penimfor, they've been your software rantier, yeah, do don't know social media.
I'm on pop one
Yes, oh, they have some have excavators a good ground for a year way more. A two Galamsey more.
Wow.
Oh yes. So these are the campaigns behind. I have financed this particular enterprise called Galamsey, which I have designated it to be a criminal organization. And I said a crime syndicate or pretty. So whoever is in should rather also be designated as a criminal. And dealing with criminals is very easy. So that is why the state must come in with all the aggression again. Obia ya betcheno no. Anya ohene ne sofo be pacha imam abone we ba be pacha obia wom. Ya chewa embara no nie. Okwa abrochire na se o cross traffic light. Na se police chiwa. Na minim o man shada bia ni ba bia o. That thing is not even open for conversation. Either you pay the sport fund or you go to court. Na the court will be a catch now. And you have no man shada na me ba yare na se nothing. Obianye ready to listen to anything. Wafum. That is what this particular Galamsey thing to do. Yes, the government now have been following the land minister, moving from bush to bush.
That's right.
You see, at their level, they are doing a lot just to ensure But Alaska, I am saying, sir, let us adopt extra measures. Extra measures, sir. A bit to me, I put this whole fight, on the spotlight. A man for be scared of the consequences that are involved. Now you're making sure, sir, we protect the land of this particular way, because and so na yeah can 92.3 and so say yeah and so any men this in any men PP new, and there is this shocking revelations about say 2023 and Akuffo Addo $11 million at the crown so by Ghana. $11
million.
Yes, $11 million. We are mashi wa ho.
Ha!
$11 million at crown so Ghana. Yeah, we are seeing our kanka ye te kurase. Ntinka uti ekurase dia nso dia bu nso no so ya papa
$11 million at the crown so
a crown so e ba Akroma say because what can I was say no e poisoned what wonim na konum bia wonim de besi. And I have told you, if you move to hospital, then that is where you get stuck with the reality of the implications of some of these your friends enterprises I can. So let us not reduce the conversation to NDC in a channel, MPP in a channel. Whoever that is involved, they are just finding a way to sustain their greed. Get the money, damn the consequences. The state in this all rises to the occasion and then put the red lines across the sand. Say, Charlie, these are the new rules of engagement. Gold no as I say, we are day nipa betu. Untuminka so many pan to gold. But what are the corrective measures? I had to acquire my idea. That was why the last time I suggested, say, you see, this community mining, why mining as for her. We are very, after 1 year on corner. Let us form state-owned and companies.
Okay.
Individuals leading should be trained individuals equipped with modern ways of mining. And you call Bogosoa. You said this state-owned way or even private companies will be incorporated. I mean the small scale mining.
Okay.
The person or that no first one making sure say they stick to standard and so for no or yeah well versed in this area. And I know the day say you call this district here who say at the bonnie because you know the company to hold responsible. What I say and this illegal mining we just flash it out because you see and then they say yes when they say yes. So there is no room entertaining some of these things. So Alaska, we are here because of your friend saying the complicity of some individuals in the past and the greed of some people who are present today. Nothing is going to stop them until say you best spell out the consequences to them. So won't to me and other people they are only facing the fate they deserve.
Okay, abusuha we ne ensema ekoso e wo political highway so. Yes, Cecilia Dapaa and ye de no honsem ebrema. Ivanti e de honsem de bitu ja. E beda masesa mo je pene kokotisa and some way edimai. Aha, Ghana Politics Avenue. So, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that any updates be a drop piano. Once able to me akabi political trending stories are making waves and also making headlines piano. And so ya to say the bebrem. Ain't no hit or notification bell so that updates be a drop piano. Also able to me aka. Naminsha obi biase or ba my edisa jumadiwi. Madam say.